There can be little doubt about the McCormick International 203 Combine being the leader in its field when you see how it compares with competitors. It excels in just about every respect. For example, the Deere 45 is close, but has a width of cut of only 12 feet. On the other hand, the McCormick International 203 has a 13-foot cut, 12-foot 6-inch knife with 6 inches of gather. The Deere 45 has only a 40-bushel grain tank, while the 53-bushel capacity of the 203's grain tank is tops. Deere moves grain from the cylinder to the sieves with a rattle rake. The rattle rake chain has to be tightened daily. A rattle rake has parts to wear. On the Deere 45, one side alone has 81 links and 20 slats. Flights and conveyor chains cause kernel cracking. The sheet metal bottom of the rattle rake flexes and the kernels lodge between the flights and the bottom. Compare all this to the grain pan of the 203, which offers 3 distinct advantages. Its continuous movement delivers grain to the chaffer evenly and uniformly, without cracking. It floats weeds and chaff farther back on the sieve to avoid overloading the front of the sieve. On hilly or rolling land, dividers keep materials from flowing to the downhill side. The McCormick International 203 has 4,332 square inches of separating area compared to 3,380 square inches in the Deere 45. Note how the cleaning areas compare. 3,408 square inches on the 203, but only 2,264 square inches on the Deere 45. Now let's take a look at the Allis-Chalmers Gleaner E. It has a width of cut of 12 feet. As compared to the 203's 13 feet. The inconvenient location of the gas tank leads you to believe that they did not have the operator in mind when the machine was designed. Allis-Chalmers offers galvanizing, but the coating soon wears off inside where rust actually starts. With galvanizing, they must use bolt and rivet construction, which cannot hold up as well as the welded construction of the 203. It's industry practice to measure the separating area from the center of the cylinder shaft to the end of the straw racks. On this basis, Allis-Chalmers claims 13 feet. Actually, no separation takes place at the concave. All material, grain, and straw moves together until the blast of the first fan hits it halfway through the machine, where separation really starts. There are 2 fans on the Gleaner that are actually necessary to make up for the lack of separation at the cylinder and concave. The cleaning fan drive affects the rattle rake, separator beater, racks, shoe, and both elevators. You can't change fan speed without changing the speed of all these other components. The speed of the cleaning fan on the 203 can be adjusted for best performance for the particular crop or harvesting condition. How does the Case 600 stack up? Its grain tank capacity is only 40 bushels. As compared to the big 53-bushel tank capacity of the 203's grain tank. The Case 600 has a cylinder that is 40 inches wide. The 203 cylinder has a 42-inch width. Case has a unit-type straw rack that is not as aggressive as the rotary straw walkers on the 203. The 203 has 3,408 square inches of cleaning area. Case has only 2,663 square inches. The Case 600 has elevators that are driven from the bottom. Material is pushed up rather than pulled. The 203's top-driven elevators move grain easier and faster. The standard rear tread of the 203 is 68 inches, ideal for row crop work. When you consider the purchase of a combine, remember that the McCormick International 203 has a 13-foot width of cut, a 53-bushel grain tank, 4,332 square inches of separating area, and 3,408 square inches of cleaning area. It offers the advantages of a grain pan, the aggressive action of the rotary straw walkers, and the fast, easy movement of grain provided by top-driven elevators. Comparison proves why the McCormick International is leader in its field, why it's your best buy.